Today we're doing a fitment check on PCI front splitter brackets on my CRX. I recently installed the wing. We're gonna balance out that downforce, but I don't actually have a front splitter because I wanted to make sure that this actually was gonna work. See, I have an aftermarket lip, I have a traction bar, custom intercooler piping, and I'm not really clear. So I only bought these so we can test fit them today, and if everything looks right, then I'll get a splitter. So in the box, they come with this paperwork, hardware list, although they come fully assembled like this. I didn't have to put this together. According to this diagram, this is the right side. That's obviously the bottom because we have those aerodynamic carriage bolts. So let's get this in the air and figure out how it goes. So this video is probably gonna be a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be because it looks like I'm gonna use these two bolts that go to the innovative traction bar. Again, I don't have the factory cross member. And they're just gonna go right here, like that. And this might just be perfect with my front lip. If I didn't have the front lip, then there'd be a gap here. Of course, this will be a little higher because the bolts will be not there. I've been wondering how the quick disconnect would work, but now I see that the pin is right there on the outside. So I would reach in through the wheel well, pull that pin, and then I could slide off the bracket. I was worried that I would somehow have to reach my arm down through here and try to reach pins through all this stuff, which after a track day, all this stuff is really hot, right? So that's the last place you want to be putting your hands. But it looks like I would just turn the wheel left, unpull a pin, turn all the wheel all the way to the right, pull the other pin, and then slide the whole thing off. The way the quick release works is you pull this, which has this little ball, so it won't come out on its own, hopefully. And then this just slides forward. I've seen other ones where when you pull it, it just falls on the ground, which would probably be fine, but it's kind of nice. So you just pull it forward. And then I noted that the height was about perfect, but it looks like it's at its lowest. So I said if I didn't have my front lip, I would have a problem. If you moved this up to here, see, if you moved that actually, that would make this lower, not higher. So there are some adjustments that we'd have to play with, but I don't think we're gonna do anything. I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and install this, even though I don't have a front lip, just to make sure the fitment is exactly what I think it's gonna be. I have so many bugs in my intercooler. Gross. And if you were thinking maybe we could install this like above the traction bar, between the chassis and the traction bar, that would not work at all because this ridge here. So the only way, I don't have a factory cross member and I don't remember how thick it was, but in both cases you would be just bolting to the top of it. Uh-oh. So close. But that doesn't line up. Well, or does it? I don't know. If it doesn't line up, it's because of this weld here. Oh. But will it sit flush? Well, that didn't work. Nope. No. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to grind the end off right there. If you have a grinder like this, you like to grind metal, and you also have old car speakers that are trash and will never be used again, you can just set them here to catch all the metal shavings. How fun is that? So I don't love having to grind or cut or drill brand new parts, but I can't blame this on PCI. It's not the first time I've had to grind down a piece or cut a piece to make it fit with the traction bar. Like this radiator is not in the factory location and I had to weld feet to make it fit with the traction bar. And then the radius arm on the traction bar was hitting my damper so that I have this original red over here, but on this side that was hitting my
fluid damper harmonic balancer, so I had to get this billet aluminum one from Charlie Moa. So we're no stranger to modifying parts to make them fit with the traction bar. Now I'm just going to paint this so that it doesn't rust and doesn't look like I just grinded it. Okay, our paint is dry.
So now it's mounted up. It has no interaction with my intercooler piping, plenty of space there. We had to shave off that so that that would fit, but otherwise that's good. If we put this on, put the pin in. These bolts right here determine the hanging point. So it's at its highest position. So if you didn't have a front lip, you would need, like, I guess people do garden edging, you'd need some sort of filler to fill that gap aerodynamically. If you were to lower that, then this would go even lower. So if you have a bigger lip or a bigger garden edging. Now, I don't have a splitter, but we can see that it's going to fit just right because it's going to line up to the bottom of this lip. And then when it goes across, I may have to have some sort of provision or cutout for the exhaust, but that has been slowly self-clearancing itself with the ground. But I don't have the splitter yet, so that is what we'll do in the next video. Like and subscribe so you see the next video, and hit the bell icon. And of course, I've got to do the other side. Over there. Should be the same. But if it has smaller welds, then I'll grind less. If it has bigger welds, then I'll grind more. So these are super beefy, and I'm really excited to install them and put a front splitter on when I get the front splitter. If you are not familiar with Pro-Car Innovations, they make a lot of really cool stuff for your Hondas. They are an American company. When you email them, you talk to people in America that really know their stuff. So I recommend checking them out. And I did not get this for free. I paid for this with my own money. This is not a sponsored thing in any way. But check it out.